Hey Brickheads, Scott with 36 Bricks here. Super excited about finishing up the LEGO Bricklink Designer Programs set number 91002, 4,076 pieces, the Studgate train station. I saw pictures of this and I had to have it, so I pre-ordered it just like everybody else, and it's taken me this long to build it. Let's check it out. All right, guys, so again, Bricklink Designer Program. I've mentioned how that all works and what it's all about. This set number is 91002, 4,076 pieces of awesomeness. I mean, I love every bit of it. If you ever wanted to try to buy this set, just look up the set number. You might be able to get it. It's going to be hella expensive, or you can try parting it out, which is probably going to be hella expensive, but it is well worth it. So let's talk about the build. All right, so first things first, you have essentially two train cars. Great build. Love what they did with it. Now, to be honest, if you put it on the tracks, there's actually, like, the one thing I would say that's wrong with it is the fact that there's actually no way to get onto the train. And I'm not talking about platform-wise. I'm talking about there's no doors on the side at all. And there is, an entrance on the back, but in some cases, what they have you do is actually go back to back with it. So when you're like this, there's no actual doorway. There should be like a doorway here or a doorway here of some kind. If I flip it around to the other side, you will see, again, no doors. So a little weird on that respect, but nevertheless, it is a great train. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with it, and I'll explain why I'm saying that in a little bit. But ultimately, great little build. You can pop the top off. You can see the seats inside all lined up. I personally think they could do like, I'm not sure how it would work, but yeah, I was going to say to get more seating in, you could go like the seats up against the glass. But then you wouldn't have a walkway. But ultimately, I really do like what they did with it. It's a great little build as part of this bigger build, and it was a lot of fun. So let's take a look at the actual train station itself. So I put it on a bigger base plate. It came with a 40 or what was it? Yeah, 48 by 48. I did not put it on a 48 by 48. I do not have a 48 by 48 system. I stick to either 32 by 32 or 64 by 64. So, excuse me, I do plan on changing this a little bit. I will probably put a, 2-story newsstand on this side, and maybe like a 2-story, hot dog stand on this side. I would obviously pop these pieces out so you could get to the newsstand. Maybe change this up to where it's flat instead of the studs, but not exactly sure. Ultimately, though, this is the front. I will say it's rather dark under here, but I get it. And ultimately, it's such an amazing. It's got a lot of details, a lot of minifigures figures, and all of that stuff, and of course, some stickers here and there. I mean, I just love the design. So, a couple of the mini builds here. We have lanterns or lamp posts that are amazingly detailed. Really love those. You have the clock, which has a lot of details around it. They just did a really good job with it, and that's just the front pieces. I mean, and then adding lighting to this wouldn't be that difficult. I have not done that yet because I'm going to modify it, and again, I'll go over that. But you can easily put like something under here, and under here to light up the area. Now, coming around to the sides, the back doesn't, I'm going to go over the interior in a minute, but the back doesn't have much to it, but it's just enough to where it makes the build really, really nicely. As you can see, I've already kind of added the wiring so that I can prepare for the lighting, but ultimately it looks awesome. All right, so going into the interior of the build, you have of course, you have the station itself. Getting in here, you have the minifigures, you have all the detail in there. I just love how it turned out. You've got a nice little ATM or ticket booth there that you can put in. You've got the lighting. Yes, you've got a floating chandelier, which does shake. So I'm a little hesitant with that. I love the chandelier. It's a little hard, as you can see. Some of it is kind of wonky, but it does, you know, anytime you move the build, it shakes like crazy, but ultimately it looks fantastic. Going back to it, the detail on it with the chain work and all of that is just awesome. It is a little difficult because it's chained to this part up here, and you know, things come apart very easily, but I mean, it's just kind of in the nature of the beast. Coming in onto the platform on the other side, again, you have all the details. You have all of the framework that goes into it. I mean, it just looks amazing. I mean, I really love how it turned out. Coming on to the sides, you have some really amazing detail work here. Although these are open studs, it just kind of makes the build. It really, really does. So I'm really excited about that. As I flip the build around, you will see that the other side is just as detailed, just as ornate. I mean, the only difference is it has the staircase. So you have the stairs going up this side and around and all of that kind of fun stuff. I actually really love how my phone is just getting into the details. Then you have another staircase up going to the top and all of that kind of fun stuff. Like it just really does make the build in so many different ways. You have some light signals on this end. I will probably be modifying that or changing that. And then you, of course, if I zoom in there, you see another one right alongside that guy. Okay, so going over to the top, coming down, you have a nice little hot dog stand right here on the top, along with some binoculars, a flower pot. You have the dome for the chandelier that all goes this way. You have the seating over here, great little area for seating, and it's an amazing build. Now, I will tell you, one of the other things that I do not like is how the instructions showcase to put the dome on. So I was showcasing this on my live stream, where essentially you build each side. Okay, the bottom sections are connected, but the top sections aren't. They don't actually get connected until you actually connect them onto the inside where the Technic pieces are, and that becomes very, very difficult. And so what I ended up doing is I ended up taking apart and then putting this section on, 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 and then connecting them on the interior. I will say, and maybe I did it wrong, I think this is a miss. There could have been decorative stuff going on here, and maybe I just put it on wrong. The other thing about the instructions is it doesn't, like on these, window panels, they're typically used for garage doors. It doesn't actually show whether to put the smooth side up or the jagged side up. I chose the jagged side up just for texture. It is hard to tell in pictures which is which, but you know, it's kind of user preference. The other part, and I'll lift this up. This is really, really difficult. You know, like I said, this moves and shakes, and you're kind of, you know, working it down so that it can kind of go in. And with one-handed, it's very difficult. So, you know, just be prepared for that. And then it slides in. It doesn't really clutch down. It just kind of sits there. Again, maybe I'm doing it wrong, but ultimately the design work and everything is epically amazing. So, what are we going to do with this bad boy? Why do I say that? Well, because I don't have trains in my city, nor do I really want them. Trains like this take up a lot of space, and they're very difficult when it comes to putting the corners on base plates and all of that kind of fun stuff. So I am opting to actually shape this into something else. What am I going to shape it into? Well, it's going to be a monorail station, so I'm not going to change it too much. I am going to be doing this on a future stream, and essentially I'm going to be taking these out and seeing what I can do as far as adding the monorail and making it a monorail station. May have to you know, change things up a little bit on the sides. I obviously, you know, will need to move these because I'm thinking to put, like, again, a newspaper stand on one corner and then something else on the other corner. Because there's a hot dog stand up here, I probably won't do a hot dog stand. I will probably figure out something else. And then, of course, I'm going to have to figure out something to do with this back section. But that will most likely come way later. The reason I say that is because, quite frankly, by doing it before I know where this is going in my city, I may end up, you know, putting it somewhere in my city and then having to dismantle it or something along those lines. Maybe I'll put like a little dog park or something back there, but then I'll have to open it up to see how people get there. Not exactly sure, but nevertheless, that will come later. So my plan is to take this build, you know, purpose it in a sense, and get it to become a monorail station. So stay tuned for that. Again, hope you guys like this kind of content. Please like, share, and subscribe. If you like my content and want more, please consider joining one of my memberships, as every little bit counts and goes right back into the build. Remember, I am giving you know, points away to those who comment on videos, for those who share my videos with others to help grow the channel. Keep in mind, if you comment on this video, you got to comment on the build, not just say hi or great build or something very generic. I want to hear what you have to say about these builds. Do you like them? Do you love them? Do you want more of them? Do you have suggestions on what we could change? Maybe, you know, you guys have a different purpose for these areas. Like, I really would love to get you guys more involved. So, again, thanks for watching, guys. Really do appreciate all the love and support. And we will see you next time on 36 Brix. Did you like that video? Please like, share, and subscribe. If you like my content and want more, please consider joining one of my memberships, as every little bit counts. Want to see more? Check out this video. Or, well, shit, maybe this video. That video. Check out all my videos on my YouTube channel. And if you want to hang out during live streams, come do that too. Thanks for watching.